Okay, y'all. You are seeing this recipe on Fat Tuesday is when we're airing this for you to see. Well, you probably know what Fat Tuesday is, right? It's the last day that Catholics can eat something really fattening, because tomorrow is going to be Lent and they're going to be giving up things. Now, I am married to a Catholic, but I'm a Baptist. So I may, but no matter what religion I am, I should be more well versed than what I am, y'all. But that's all right. I'm not well versed in a lot of things. But so anyway, I am gonna share with y'all this recipe for a king cake. So to start off, I've got an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and I've got 1 cup of dark brown sugar. So I'm just gonna blend that together really good. So did y'all know that this cake, the king cake, started back in the medieval days,
Middle
right?
Ages.
In the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a long
Do you
time
know why
ago.
they had to have this kind of cake?
No, why?
Because one person needed to be king for the day, so
Oh.
so they put a pea
And
in
who
it.
decided this?
I'm
Who
not
decided
sure
this?
about that, but they put
So,
a pea in it.
Yes, back then, and I'll show you what they put in it. Okay, I think that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm already sold.
I know, I'm so hungry. Want to get it all off. I'm still working.
I went somewhere the other day, and it's kind of funny.
It was working with them.
It was a bakery, and she had her bowl left from the cookies, and there was still like a little bit of dough. And I so wanted to say, if you were with Paula Deen, you would not be having that dough.
She left dough in the bowl. Why?
Well, not a little dough, but you know what I mean? Like how you go all the way around the edges and get every... She did not do that.
All right. So, back in medieval days, they made this king cake, but they would put like a dried pea in there. And Teresa tells me that they did that so that whoever got that pea would be king for a day. I don't know how, I don't know. Did this include children or just adults? I don't know. Do you know, Teresa?
No, but it sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. I want to be king for a day. In fact, I used to love that show, Queen for a Day. In fact, I tried for years, y'all, to get somebody to produce a show, the Queen for a Day show. Oh, I wanted to do it so badly. I said, I used to come home from school every afternoon and watch Queen for a Day, and I'd squall like a baby when those women, and this is what it was like back then, y'all, in the 50s. Their gift would be a washing machine or an iron and an iron board, something that they could do more work with. They certainly wasn't giving gifts for a queen. I said, work harder, work longer,
But
women.
to be honest, back then, those were like, those
Yes.
made life simpler.
Yes, and
I don't know
you
about
it
an
was
ironing
who
and
had
ironing
the
board.
saddest story. And then I think the audience voted on who was going to be queen. And they didn't give away cars and things like that. It was like, said, a washing machine or a dryer or something like that. But so anyway, I never could get anybody to go along with me. But that's all right. I've enjoyed it in my head. So this is so good. Now to this filling, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of pecans and a 1/2 cup of raisins. Now if you want your raisins plump, I could have set them in real hot water and let them plump up, but I'm eliminating that step because I kind of like them a little on the hard side, you know, for things like this. So there we go. That's all mixed up and it's delicious, y'all. Okay, so now the cake part, we're making this simple, y'all. Teresa went to the grocery store, y'all, and picked up some frozen bread dough. And you just let that thaw. And I'm gonna sprinkle. This is my favorite cutting board because it's got my pie circles. I love this. This came out.
I've given this as gifts to people and they love them.
Love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So.
The bread dough came in a big pack of like 5.
Oh, it
so
did?
that's why I have it. That's why I have it in a Ziploc bag. Because I didn't need all 5.
No. All right. Okay. So we got our dough out pretty close to 10 by 18, y'all. And now that wonderful filling that we made a little while ago, we're gonna put it in here and we're gonna spread it within an inch of its sides. Later on down the way in a more Western world, the P got changed to a baby. And that baby was in there, he represented our love for our baby Jesus that we had. So that was why we changed it to a baby at some point in history.
I'm Catholic, so...
Yes, you are Catholic, and you're a very staunch Catholic, aren't you?
I try to be, sometimes. But the thing that we were taught with the king cake was it was a baby Jesus.
Yes.
But that it was done around the time of what we call the Epiphany, which is the 12th day after Christmas, which is January 6th, when the wise men found the baby Jesus.
Yes, because he was 2 weeks old, wasn't he, by the time the wise men followed the star to his stable where he was living.
And so that's why they changed it to a baby. To represent Jesus.
All kind of information, isn't it? Today. I'm going to cut that dough off a little bit. I'm going to cut this one off. All right, and we're going to roll this long ways. Just like this.
Yeah.
This is going to be so good, y'all. All right, now what we want to do now is now that do you want to come around here?
Certainly.
And take a picture of it this way.
Eddie does a much better job at cameras, and I realize that, so.
No, you are doing fine. So we just wetting that edge with a little water so it will stay sealed. And now we're going to do the same thing over here. And we're going to pinch that together.
Look at that.
Yes, we don't want that piece because it doesn't have any filling in it.
We won't tell anybody.
No. I'm just going to seal it with a little water. Now I'm going to push some filling in there.
And Paula, a lot of what bakers do now
How am I going to get this on the cookie sheet?
I don't know that part.
I should have put it on my baking sheet first. Okay, y'all, before I rolled it into a circle, I should have put it on my cookie sheet, but I didn't. But I was actually able to just pick it up and transfer it to my cookie sheet, which I've sprayed lightly. And now we're gonna spray our king cake with this spray, and hopefully that'll turn it a real pretty shiny.
Could you do an egg wash on that?
Huh?
Could you do an egg wash?
Yeah, you could do an egg wash on this. So this is gonna have to sit for about 45 minutes to an hour in the oven. And what I did, because it's really chilly, it's a little chilly here in Savannah, so I cut my oven on and then I cut it off. And hopefully that will be just about the right temperature. So we're gonna cover this with plastic wrap. And rise, baby. Like Jesus did on the Easter Sunday. Rise. Okay. I have no idea what the... It's nice and warm in there. Nice and warm. I can't remember the temperature of what they say for a warm spot when you're trying to rise dough. It's something I'll have to look up, y'all. I'm sorry I don't have that information on the top of my head.
We can put that in the, we can
I
add
don't know
that
if
note to
it's
the recipe.
85. Yeah, I just can't remember. But anyway, that's got to do its magic
And we'll be back.
for the next 45 minutes. Yes, and then the fun part comes in. Because we're going to color and do all kind of stuff. And you'll notice that I did not put a baby in the center, because I really don't like the idea of baking plastic. So when we take it out of the oven, I'll cut a little slit and stick that baby somewhere in that cake. And whoever gets that piece is gonna be a king or a queen for a day. Right?
Eddie and I'll be fighting over
You
it.
can be a queen too, not just a king, right?
Yeah.
Our king cake looks great, y'all. And remember, I had it in an oven that had been warmed, and then I cut it off. So it rose really, really nice, didn't it, Eddie?
Yes, it smells
Yes,
so good.
smells like yeast rolls. So good, there's nothing better. So now we're gonna put this in the oven, y'all. We're gonna bake it for 35 to 45 minutes at 350, I believe it is. Is that right, Teresa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm putting it in the top rack, which is like the middle of the oven. So, I think I'm gonna set the timer for you, Teresa,
Okay.
because I am fixing to leave to go to Jack's final playoff basketball game. Because tonight, the winner is the champ. It's the city champ. So Guinea's real excited about that. So I'm gonna run to his basketball game while that's baking. And then we'll finish it up right after I get back. Okay, look at our king cake, y'all. It turned out so good. Uh-oh. I left a baby over here. I got a baby here. I got a baby there. Now, I'm gonna I made me a little slit. And I'm gonna stick that baby in right there. Let me see if I can, there we go. And hopefully the frosting will cover that up. But I know that that baby is where my seam is. Okie dokie. All right. Now we're gonna make the icing. And let me give y'all the correct measurements. a cup and a half of confectionate sugar and 3 tablespoons of milk and 1 teaspoon of butter or vanilla flavoring. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our, I'm gonna go on and get our teaspoon of vanilla flavoring in. All right, so I'm gonna measure out 3 tablespoons of milk. Okay, now we're ready to whip up our icing. And the recipe says if you need more milk, just add it. Now we've let our king cake completely cool, y'all. So if we'd have put it on there while it was hot, it would have slipped, it would have melted all off. So we don't want that to happen. And y'all's papa's home. Y'all's papa's home. Okay, so I just want to make sure I pull the lumps out of there. So I think that looks pretty good. My milk spoon. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to start icing. And let it run down the sides. Okay, so we want to quickly do this because remember the colors of Mardi Gras? Let's see, it's golly bum. One is for reverence. One color is for, gosh, Eddie, do you remember?
No, I was doing the giveaway when you and Teresa were going over all that.
We're talking about all that. Gosh, now I can't remember. But you can look it up.
The 3 colors represent.
Yeah, what the 3 colors represent. I'm thinking one of them was reverence. Get every bit of this stuff out of here, y'all. All right. So here we go.
Green, gold, and purple, representing faith, power, and justice.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, y'all. Faith, power, and justice. So here's a little power.
I think that was faith.
Okay. What's the purple?
Purple is justice.
Justice. Okay, we're gonna get some justice in here. Well, hey, Lulu, you left her outside, Papa. All right, now here's some purple. Ooh, I love that purple color. Don't y'all like the purple?
Mm-hmm.
I think the green, we just need some more green. Okay, and what's the yellow for?
Power.
Power. Okie doke. And if you find the baby, Papa, you get to be the king for the day.
I found it last year and I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
You got to be king.
You don't remember being king?
No,
You don't?
Well, that's too bad. All right.
That's perfect for my diet.
It is perfect for your diet. I love the purple color. All right, now I'm gonna try to scoop scoop some of this icing up. I think I would like to make a little bit more icing next time.
Imagine that.
Because y'all know I'm a condiment girl. Okay, can y'all see where it needs anything else? I think it's beautiful. What do y'all think? Do you think that's beautiful?
Yes.
And there's a baby in there. And if you find it, people.
I'm not going to eat any of it, so if I find it, I got to just get a knife and fork.
All right, well, I'm gonna taste it.
What you get the baby?
I know where I put the baby.
That's not fair.
I tell y'all, using that frozen bread dough that you get from the grocery store, that is the ticket. Because it made it so simple. Look at our king cake. It's so good, people. Mm. Can you taste it?
No.
No? You won't taste it?
No.
When he diets, he does not cheat. He does not cheat, not one time. You sure you don't want to buy it?
I'm not eating
He ain't eating it. That's all right, there's more for me and Eddie. And look, that's a great way to get all that icing out of there. You better eat it full length.
it. Y'all should be bouncing me around.
Because you know, Michael, you eat this on Fat Tuesday. Because the next day is Lent. So, you can't have any when Lent gets here.
I know.
But on Fat Tuesday, let's eat up. I love him best dishes, y'all. And when this airs, it's going to be your last day to be able to... Well, it depends on what you're giving up for Lent. You may be giving up just milkshakes. Right? Love him best dishes, y'all. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.